Brussels. Right.
John Boyega, you're the badger. You're right. Mate.
Well, hold on. I need to cleanse my palate. Oh. So my choice was the Cranborne Poacher. Now I saw this and I thought cranberries. Didn't realise yours was 8.7 or whatever it was. Rich and fruity. Love the label.
I've opened it and I can smell it straight away.
Can
you? The label's evocative.
Yeah. I thought, considering the choices you two have had, we might go for something sweet.
Yeah, it's a finisher. Literally, as soon as I popped it, I went, I can smell that.
You can smell that fruitiness, definitely.
Oh God, that's summer, isn't it?
So it's described as a ruby beer.
Yeah, I know. What's that colour-wise?
That's what it's described as.
I say this is
rich and fruity ruby ale.
This is June, July, August for me.
Last time I had a ruby beer, ruby ale, was in Belgium. They love a ruby beer out there.
Aren't they quite high in alcohol content though?
What? Ruby?
Smell that! You just smell that more. Wow. That's just.
God.
Oh, God.
That is amazing.
It is lovely.
I want that as an air freshener.
Amazing.
The colour is red. It is exactly what it says on the tin. It's
ruby, it is. Look at that.
Red.
That's ruby red. I like that.
It's like, like a glass. It's like a pint of Ribena. Now, I'm a big fan of Ribena.
John, have you tasted it yet? Gosh. John, have you tasted that?
That is well, that's completely different from them two. Wow.
Oh my God.
Oh man.
See, John, you talk about danger. That is danger.
That is danger. That's lethal. That is fantastic.
Do you know what? That is licorice. I can taste that.
Oh.
So they're saying sweet, complex flavours of damson and licorice.
Well, hats off to Badger, because that is
cool.
Chocolate. Blimey,
can you taste the chocolate?
I just did the damsons. That
is summer through and through, isn't it?
That is a fantastic beer.
I could listen, and it comes back to your experiences. And I talked about Belgium, but if you're at a music festival and you've been there for 3 days, and day one you've drunk lager, day two you've tried to drink wine, and you're on day three and you're a little bit heavy, and I'm talking about the younger generation here, you two probably will remember this. When you get to day three, you want something sweet, and you normally move to cider. But like when you get like a fruity based cider, you can't drink loads of them because they're too sweet. This is an ideal drink for that scenario. Summer, as you guys have mentioned, you can knock it back.
So do you know what, guys? So I was really lucky in the village where I was brought up, is that we had a load of orchards, loads of kind of different types of fruits.
What, in Kent?
Yeah, in Kent. And this reminds me, it wasn't all concrete. Wasn't a concrete jungle back then, back in the old days.
What, Gillingham?
In Kent? Where even is Kent?
Well, I didn't live in Gillingham, did I?
You can start that. You can start that segment again, and you can delete the rest of it out. Go on.
It reminds me
of living in Kent. I'm going to say it now. Got a real flavour of Kent about it.
I'm back in the room.
All I can taste is Kent.
No, do you know what he did?
And he was a lovely guy.
There is a separate word to Kent that right now I want to use.
Oh, I see. Well, firstly,
it smells like plums as well.
And it reminds me of scrumping.
Scrumping in Kent.
Same sort of thing.
Yeah, I guess.
That's cool though, John. Going scrumping, getting the fruit between your toes.
And do you know what's nice? Do you know what's nice for me is that obviously where I live, so Cranborne for me is like the village about 5 miles that way.
Interesting fact about Cranborne, Colin. Hit me with an interesting fact about Cranborne.
He's got poachers.
Got poachers.
Has it really? Actually, still going now. Poaching what? What are they poaching?
Well, the thing is, right, this is what I'm going to say to Sean, is that back in the day, if you think of it, like a poacher back in the day was quite evocative. You go, that's quite cool. You know, he's out, he's getting his food for the pot, for the table, for the family. But now poaching is something completely different.
Elephant tusks, rhinos, noses.
Not around
Boy,
Cranborne.
Cranborne.
Not around Cranborne.
Flipping
I'm
heck.
not going to cast evocative for me as a Dorset man.
Yep.
A man, like raised in the country, raised on a farm. I'm not going to say too much about it. And my granddad, he had one eye. Now, he lost an eye. Couldn't fight in the Second World War because he lost an eye.
Really?
Now, I'm not going to say too much, but he lost an eye because he got caught in brambles. Now, I don't know why he got caught in brambles.
I see.
But whenever I see this beer, I think of my granddad.
Oh,
nice.
That's amazing.
Listen, that's nice. That's a nice story, isn't it?
And I always think of it when you said it tonight, John. You said let's go for Cranborne Poacher. I was like going, that's granddad beer. That's what it reminds me of.
Hey, listen, to granddads.
To granddad. To granddad. All granddads. Every single one of them.
Every single one.
Pheasants are stupid chickens.
So listen, when I was going scrumping, we used to have
chickens.
pheasants in my woods. I was eye to eye with a pheasant, and my father always said to me, grab it, wring its neck, and we can have it for Sunday lunch.
Yeah.
And I froze.
That's good. That's a lovely beer,
that. Sorry, Colin, this has got to go in. Eye to eye with a pheasant. It's almost like the next heavyweight championship of the world. John Boyega, a.k.a. the Badger, versus
in the red corner, weighing in at 125 pounds. We're in.
Well, that's definitely the pheasant. That's not me.
The Badger.
Oh, that's amazing.
And in the blue corner, a pheasant.
Right. And I'll tell you, I actually bottled it. Well, I didn't.
Quite literally, bottled. That beer is fantastic.
It's lovely.
Honestly, that's lovely.
You could drink it, and this is the serious thing.
So can I just say we've had 3 beers from Badger, and they are all fantastic.
Top. They're all fantastic. Absolutely fantastic.
It's quite scary how good they are.
Well, let's look at the reviews, because at the moment I'm sitting there going, wow, one's a massive 8, which is that bronze ale, and as much as we like the milk stout, my score was a 6.5, but I think we averaged a 7, didn't we?
Yeah, we did.
I've given Cranborne Poacher an 8.5 average.
Well, we haven't got
blimey, what in total?
Oh, sorry, Sean. Rewind. Colour. What are we saying? Colour for Poacher?
8.
Well, to me, I quite like it.
I think it's red, isn't it?
It's really. If they call it ruby, it looks ruby. It is a lovely colour.
That is a lovely beer. Lovely beer.
I would describe it as a Ribena with a lemonade in it. You know when you pour lemonade in a Ribena?
It's very sweet though, isn't it?
Oh, Sean, I see that.
Very sweet.
Ribena, yeah.
But John, on an occasion, so many times I've sat in a pond and I've gone, you've been on day 2, you've been on a golf trip, right? Or you've been fighting pheasants for 2 days. And this is a beer that's sweet enough to drink because it is like Ribena and it will get you back in the game. It will get you back in the game. This is a game changer to me.
Yeah,
now listen,
I agree.
I love chocolate. I love sweets. This is a bit too sweet.
We're not on taste yet.
Yeah.
We're on colour. We're on colour.
Okay, so colour, really good.
I've gone
really
8
good.
With 8 with a ruby.
I've gone 8 on colour.
I've got 8. Yep.
Design.
I've gone 7.
I've gone 9 because I find it evocative. That person, I can put a name to it, and that's.
And I've gone 7.
I've gone 7 because again, it doesn't blow my mind, but when I read the back, the story on the back of it talks about that guy that's going poaching, and I quite like that. So as a design, it all links and the story's there. So.
On a shelf, it wouldn't jump out at me.
No,
agreed.
The danger.
No, danger. Sorry, you're going to kill me now. 5.
Well, go on.
On 5.
I've gone 5. I reckon I could have probably 2 of these and go, that's sweet enough. Maybe even 1.
See, I went 8.
It's a beautiful beer. It really is. But do you know what? After I've had 1, I'll be going, I'm kind of done.
See, I've gone with an 8 for danger.
I've gone 8 too.
For the sheer fact that actually it's a game changer. It's sweeter. It's so different, but it's 5.7%. and I can drink 4 or 5. And in the summer, I'm sweating my tits off in the garden. I've had to put a vest on, string vest like I've seen Nesbit.
It's really sweet though, isn't it?
Oh, but it's beautiful, John. It's a beautiful beer. You can't. That is a beautiful beer.
There you go, John. You're going to go with taste now. So, what's your taste?
My taste is a 6.
Really?
Really? Do you know what I've got taste? I've given it a 9.
Have you?
Yeah, because I think that's fantastic.
So I've gone with an 8.
Isn't that interesting?
That is interesting.
So I think I would have this if I came home during the summer. Do you know what? I fancy a beer. It's really nice and hot. I'm in the mood for something sweet. That is gorgeous. But just one. I wouldn't buy 3 or 4. I wouldn't.
I could see me in the garden in the summer, like you say, John, with an apple.
Yeah.
Maybe a plum.
Yeah, and actually the acidity of an apple
with
might actually
with pheasant for dinner.
With a pheasant for dinner, with an apple in its mouth. Was that a pig?
Yeah.
I think the acidity of the apple might actually offset the sweetness. It might.
And that's what I've got in my head. I've gone a nice. I tell you what. Imagine that with a ploughman's.
See, all I can fit. Yeah, I love that
but
idea,
you see, only one pint.
I think that's fantastic.
But what I've got in my head, and this is maybe why it's different. I've got in my head 38-degree blistering heat music festival. I've been on a session for a day. Day 2, I can drink that all day, and that's the game changer element for me. And I think actually, I go home in the summer, I'm at the barbecue. I'm at the heat of the barbecue. I'm doing the meat. I'm sweating. I could guzzle them, and this is why the danger for me was so high, because it's 5.7%. And I'm guzzling whilst I'm cooking, because you're sweating, you're hot, and it's like a Ribena with lemonade kind of flavour.
Yeah.
With a hoppy element to it. So listen, I think it's a good beer. So what's the average then? Cole, what have you
average
got
for me that is 8.5.
Mine's an 8. Cole, John, sorry. I'm an 8. Badger, sorry.
I've gone
pheasant. I've ended up
yeah. I've ended up as a 6.
Really? That's a 7 out of 10 then. 2 8s and a set. 2 8 and a 6.
How can I be so far away from you two? That's.
I don't know, but I think that's fantastic.
But that's the beauty of this whole thing that we're doing. That's the beauty of having 3 men and a beer, not just Dave and a beer, or Pete and a beer, and Frank and a beer. It's Colin's preference, my preference, your preference are different. Yeah. And actually, you look at that now. Badger we've got 3 more to go with Badger in our next episode.
Yeah, we do.
Which I'm really excited about.
I can't wait.
Definitely. Yep. There's one in there that I'm certainly excited about tasting.
I'm looking forward to Unlocked. That to me is going. Can't wait.
Yeah, that's the one. When I said tonight, which ones are we going to try, boys?
Yeah.
And Unlocked didn't come into it. I was like, cannot wait for that one.
And that's the thing. So what we've got to remember is actually these are limited edition Badger beers. You can get most of these online. Get them, but at the end of the day, everyone's preference is different. So
it's worth trying that box.
We're giving our opinion, and all of us are a little bit piddled after the 3 we've had in an hour. So let's see what everyone else is and comment. Let us know what you think, and let Badger know what you think.